Kyle, what do you have to say? Welcome. Act like we like each other.
Hey everybody, I'm Kai.
I'm Jen.
And join along with us as we turn this unfinished basement room into a badass indoor root cellar and microgreen grow room.
Woo! Alright, welcome to the unfinished basement. Down the road we're going to have a bigger gun safe here. There is going to be an ammo press section here with some shelves with ammunition and just some other things. 2 shelves underneath for crates and bins. We're going to have some clothes storage along with other shelves. And then coming to this side from this wall over to about here, there's going to be 7 feet worth of shelving units. On the very bottom we're going to have space for kind of like our root cellar baskets, have onions and potatoes and stuff of that nature. And then we're going to have 2 rows that can fit pull-out drawers that we're going to have quart-size mason jars for all of our canning and preserving in there. On top of that, a pint. On top, 7 feet all the way across, there is going to be a angled shelf that Kai is going to make for our canned storage for soups. On top of that, another shelf. We are going to bring one of our deep freezers from the garage and have it here with a built-in shelf. That's going to be kind of storage for some of my microgreen stuff. And then we're going to have a tower of blueies for water storage. And then right when you walk in the door, we're going to fix and rebuild some of this drywall. This was from a previous owner. And we will have my microgreens and indoor plant starter set up right here in the corner. So stay tuned.
And in case you're wondering if we're going to be able to fill this storage room, that's what we got to go in it. And that's not even all of it. Okay, so we've been cutting out here everything down to length, and I just kind of want to show you what we got going on here. So we have our front faces and our rear faces, and then these are our perpendicular supports. And now we've been trying to figure out exactly how we want to have our can rotator. We're going to do a full width shelf that is at a slight angle so that cans roll down it, and we can have cans readily available as like a dispenser. This is the angle that we've kind of decided on, or somewhat the angle that we've decided on. And so you can see here we've got, this will allow the cans to roll down, but not too hard. And over a 2-foot space, that's 1.5 inches of drop. So we've looked that up, and we're at like a 86 and a half degree angle, so not very much at all. And so that's what these are cut with, is just a slight angle to allow for the piece to sit at that angle with the cans rolling down them. And how I'm measuring this out, so I have my miter saw set up for that angle, and then we know that we have 1.5 inches of drop, so I set my square down here and I measure up 1.5 inches and I mark it, and then I bring the tape measure from that line there at the 1.5 inches, and I measure out my length, which the length on this particular shelf is 21, or this particular piece is 21 inches, because it is an inset piece with a front and a back blocking it in. So then we can mark the 21 on the edge here, and we know that we have the tape measure is straight across the piece. So that's how we are marking these, and then we're setting them up against the fence and chopping them. Alright, we are assembly lining some shelves. So these ones we have positioned with some 2x6s that are actually horizontal here. This is the bottom of the shelf, so it'll be flipped when it's on there. But these are to support the drawers that we're gonna have for our quart and pint jar drawers. And yeah, so we'll show you how these work here in a while once we build those drawers. But that's why these ones have some 2x6s on them that run flat. We also have some that just have regular 2x4 supports in them because those are just regular shelves. So we're just assembly lining some shelves here. We've got 2 more to go, and yeah, we'll get them inside. All right, y'all, so we have a little bit of a unique situation in our particular room. We have concrete walls for 2 of our walls. So we're actually going to be anchoring these shelves straight into the concrete on 2 sides. There will be shelves here that'll be anchored into the concrete as well. So we don't actually need to have vertical supports for this front corner, this back corner, or this back corner. We only need to have vertical support on this front corner. So we have our shelves shaped this way. The top is the part that goes against the wall, and then we have our vertical support is going to get locked in here. Okay, Yodi, you rubbing. It's going to get locked in here, so that way our front plate is just a seamless, all the one piece all the way across. And so we have some holes that we have drilled out in our piece for these concrete anchors that we will drill into the wall. And then we had to cut some slots into where it's going to anchor on the side here, so that we can manipulate the shelf, so we can push it onto the side and then slide the whole thing over the 4 bolts that'll be in this wall. Kind of a little bit of a funky way of doing it, but we have the concrete, so we might as well anchor it in and save some vertical supports. Make it look badass.
Yeah, I'm excited too, because then it's going to be flush. We're not going to have 2x4s that we have to work around when we're at the front of the shelf. So it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yep.
But go time.
Okay, we cut ourselves some cheater blocks. So these give us the heights that each shelf is going to be at. They're all going to be at different heights. So basically we can stand these up, and then Jen can hold the front while I kind of mark out with the drill where the holes in the concrete need to go. So let's throw this thing on a time lapse and see how it goes. Okay, progress report. We got second shelf in. There is a definite learning curve to the concrete anchors that we're using, and so we're getting it figured out. We think we figured out a system that's working, or that's going to work well. And yeah, so have a couple more shelves to go. My spectacular wife. So yeah, just hang on to it first a little bit, babe. We'll talk. So this is the system we're using. So we are placing our cheater blocks in the back. This is our angled shelf, so that's why it doesn't look straight, because it's angled. So we put our cheater blocks in, and then we just barely start to drill all the holes to get where they are, their position. And then we do what Jen is anxiously awaiting for me to help her with, which is we take the shelf down. and then we drill the holes out the rest of the way. And yeah, I'll show you how we mount it in a sec. Okay, so we've taken the shelf down. We've drilled all our holes for our concrete anchors, 5 of them per shelf. And then we set the anchors in place with the nuts and washers on the back. And then
we learned that if you hammer it without the nut on it first, there's a chance you can strip it and then you can't get the nut on. Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. So anyway, we lift it into place now, and we just have to guide these little guys into their homes and coerce them and give them some gentle loving, aka pound them with the hammer. And then yeah, they get in there, and then we use our nut driver to ratchet them down. That's pretty much it. Okay, final shelf is in. We are now putting in this vertical support here. We are going to cut it off at the top, but left it long for now. So yeah, we've got baskets, we got pints, 2 quarts, the angled, jeez babe, the angled shelf for the can rotator, and then our top shelf. Cool! Hi Gypsy. Hi Gypsy. You're a good girl. Say hi everybody! So real quick, I just want to show you guys this joint here. If we didn't anchor off to concrete on 2 sides, then there'd be 4 of these vertical supports. Basically, this gives you a really secure joint here. You have 4 screws in here. These are the only 2 screws into end grain in this joint. And then you have 3 screws here that go into the side of this board. 2 screws here that go into the side of this board. So it's super secure, really unlikely to split boards as long as you pre-drill and you're careful. Now if we were doing this as a supported other board here, we are putting another board here, but not as a main support board. But if we did, then we would run this backboard long and do the same exact joint. So basically the front face would be the same length as the back face, and then these boards would be the same length as these inner struts. And that way you get this joinery all the way around, which is a really simple but really effective way of doing it. Okay, new day. So got these ones in yesterday, all but the shelf tops and the boxes. We are building these ones out now. So we've got the frames built, and we've got the first holes drilled for the concrete anchors. We're only doing 2 shelves high on this side because we're going to do a bench and we're going to hang clothes above. and all that. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! All right, we'll throw the time lapse on.
Shelves installed, and Kai's gonna demonstrate a little weight test. Base.
Yeah.
Solid.
Definitely good to climb up to get the cookies at the top. Yeah, no, they're super solid. We still have some work to do with this one because this is where the reloading bench is going to be. So I need to create a pocket for my reloading press to fit into, to recess into. Got some plugs to move, a little bit of stuff here and there, but we're coming along. Time to cut the tops and get them installed. All right, first shelf top is cut to size. So just slots in there like so. Perfect. We're just using 1/2 inch OSB for our main storage shelves. Smooth side up. These do have kind of a rougher side and a smoother side. They're not going to be the smoothest, and they're going to have little tabs, but this is the smoother side. It's manufactured with a sticky rough side too. So we have the smooth side up. These will all get an OSB shelf, and those are already cut, ready to fit. And then here we're going to do a maple top on this because this is a workstation, workbench for reloading and cleaning guns, ammunition, prep, all of that type of stuff, hunting gear, and then hanging clothes. There will be some upper shelves here. But yeah, coming along. There we go. All right, just threw the last of the shelf covers up. Just got to nail it in. But yeah, got this workbench in. Don't worry, I'm going to be running that differently. Don't freak out. I just moved the plug. And yeah, so this is where the reloading press will mount in. It'll be great. And things are looking awesome, progressing swimmingly. Getting sanded. And for the two of you that are interested, this is how I mounted my Lee Progressive reloading press into that groove, that notch. So she sits nice and recessed in that so you don't get caught on it carrying things in and out. And then eventually we will have a larger gun safe that will be butted right up against this. So it'll be pretty cool. Now we just gotta bring some things in down here, put one more shelf in. Okay, 28 2x4s, few sheets of plywood, and 5 pounds of screws later. Not joking.
A lot of work.
We have completed all of the construction that will be done in this room. We've tested our little can roller angle. Works out great. Fits 8 normal size cans deep in here. Plenty of space to grab out what you need. Need to move the freezer in and those couple of Chester drawers. And then the microgreen shelf rack is ready to come back in too. So over the next few days we'll be getting this the rest of the way buttoned down, but coming along.
Feels good.
Alright guys, so it's been a little bit since we last filmed in this storage room, and we wanted to give you a little kind of walk through, a little tour action of what we got so far. So it's still a work in progress.
Always.
But yeah, so basically we still need to build the drawers that will go in here to help with jar management and all of that stuff. But it's coming along pretty good. So Jen, walk us through it.
Alright, so on this row we have our different types of soups, and then our bean section, a lot of good healthy proteins there. We have some coconut milk for cooking, kind of our vegetable section. And then up above, it's kind of our bigger storage. We like to shop Costco based on what's on sale with the coupons. And so when Ritz crackers and goldfish and different things, especially like oats, are on sale, we go ahead and buy quite a bit.
Or like these Madra lentils, we have a bunch of those.
Yum. Absolutely love these guys. And so yeah, and then below are going to be all of our canned and jarred things. So as you can see here, we have applesauce, we have some sumo mandarins that Kai jarred up, and then if you saw before, we kind of have all this inventory and organized now. Oh, so some of our softer products in the past we got attacked by mice, so anything that's in cardboard, it's protected. So we have carbs and rice and different things over here, and then we have some like sweet snacks. Again, Costco mangoes, one of my favorites. So we have this. We have one of our deep freezers in here. Just got a bunch of elk from a friend we bartered some fresh chicken for in this. And then our water storage area. And then my beautiful microgreen trays and grow rack that Kai set up for me. Have yet to get some of the last supplies for that, but stay tuned. And a cat.
Yep, kitty cat up top. Alright, and then we have this section over here, which is kind of right now just storage for some coolers. We have some space for some totes. There will be some hanging, there's a hanging bar up here for clothing and stuff, so we'll hang like our hunting clothes and some of our winter coats during the summer when we don't need them, kind of out of season items. And then I've got a little workbench here with my reloading press, some of my reloading supplies, ammunition, and all of that. And then when we redo this, there will be just a regular door. Right now it's kind of a weird accordion door, and it will be right up against the microgreen rack there, which will give us enough space to put a large gun safe down here. Oh, cat going crazy. He just wants to get into everything. Normally he's not allowed in here.
Not happy. He just went on a hike too, so he should be sleeping now, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, little boy. Yeah.
Normally not allowed in here, so when we let him in, he goes crazy. Anyway, so that's kind of where this room is at, really. The only things that we have left to do is just these drawers, and then just kind of organizing and moving more stuff in. That's pretty much it. That's our little basement storage room, root cellar kind of deal.
So excited.
Yeah.
Having mice attack our food was a nightmare, and I never want to deal with that again. And luckily, due to this design and build, we are all set and we won't have to deal with mice again. So good luck, little guys.
There you go. Well, thanks for tagging along for another video here on the Dreamstead. And if you like videos like this, then consider subscribing on the channel. We're always doing stuff to try and improve things around here and make things better. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Make it a great day.
Adios.
Peace out.
Peace. Let's get them dogs out of here.
Dogs.
Come on. Come on.